now we moved into the 3 rounds where we've seen Marco London excel every time. He's got the gloves on and the Thai-style boxing.
This is where Aguilar needs to make the adjustment and show how far he's come. Can't let London dominate the way he had in the past.
In the past, we have seen Aguilar lay back and take the punishment. Now we're seeing him move forward just a little bit, but it's hard to move any faster than Marco London. He is truly a dominating and a smothering type champion.
And although we're seeing a blossoming process for Aguilar, London already has blossomed, and he's already at his peak right now and showing it.
And Aguilar covering up as Marco London peppers him with punches to the head, right and left, getting through the defense.
For one of the few times in this bout, we now see Aguilar backing up.
Clearly, Marco London feels comfortable in this Thai-style kickboxing format. Relentlessly throwing the punches. A huge upper arm advantage for London, able to keep on throwing those punches time and time over round after round.
Trying to set up something off of the gloves here. Having his arm around the neck, it looked like he wanted to attempt a throw.
How long can Aguilar withstand the punishment? London looking like he wants to finish this fight here in the 4th round. Final seconds. And Aguilar still on his feet, but slowly moving back to his corner. Marco London looked like he threw everything he had at Aguilar that time, Dave.
And let's see if he empties himself and is vulnerable in the next round. He'd been firing the punches, and then at the end, you're worried about the punches, so he'll change the tactic, and he'll go to a knee. Here they get tangled up, as both boxers in this case had their styles running into each other. But there's so much to concentrate on with him.
Now we begin round 5. Action just as heavy as it closed out the final seconds of round 4. Aguilar trying to hold off the very offensive-minded Marco London.
London has been leaning toward trying to strike with the knee in the last half of the last round, and then early on here, trying to drag Aguilar into range for that.
London again all over Aguilar. Marco London, the 2-time defending champion, both times winning the title against Aguilar. Aguilar on the right of your screen with that red rag hanging off the back of his uniform. Good right hand that time from Aguilar, but London doesn't seem to feel it.
That's the first time that Aguilar has been able to answer in the boxing arena as far as landing a good punch to send his message back.
Last year, it was during this Thai boxing portion of the fight where Marco London put Aguilar away.
Well, Aguilar is showing similar effects in this case. Maybe not of being put away, perhaps, but he's definitely getting tired. And among the things you can't stop when you start to get tired are uppercuts from a boxer or a knee coming up to score.
And that's exactly what we saw Aguilar do. That is also a good defensive maneuver to get that opponent to back off. And Aguilar threw that big left knee to the head of London. Though it missed, it did stop Marco London from advancing. And Marco London showing some of the fatigue, throwing the punch, missing, and going down. What a courageous battle between these two warriors. And you just have to feel a bit tired yourself just watching these guys go at it.
Especially when you look at the pressure being applied by London in the middle rounds, where he's really measuring the heart of Aguilar. Putting it on him here, the good shots, taking over control here, then falls himself as he's trying to put more pressure on.
Well, that shows you he's putting everything into those punches, fully expecting to be stopped in his momentum by that punch landing. Now the 6th round and the 3rd and final round of the Thai-style boxing.
Well, London's been down twice in this bout. Once from a punch he missed and once from a kick he missed.
Look at him dance, though, Dave.
He's really pouring everything in and putting a lot into this segment of the competition. We talked about big right hands here. There are certain times to win, certain windows and styles that measure up for you.
Right hand just pounding away at Aguilar. How much can he take? And he finally goes down. London looks over at his opponent. Is he finished? No, he's not finished.
He took a lot, though, and it opens up more striking possibilities here for London.
Now the kick he throws into the arsenal. So devastating when you expect the punches to come, but then you get a huge heel to the stomach that'll take your wind away.
And from so far out, you're waiting, and then the one area you haven't defended, you pay for it.
Aguilar needs to fight back, if nothing else, to keep London away from him.
Now London goes to work on the legs as well. And there isn't much there in the legs of Aguilar because of all the good work done earlier in the bout to the legs and to the body by London.
Referee breaking the two apart, gets him to center ring. And again, it's Marco London with a first punch.
Looks like he's gotten back into his dominant zone, and he doesn't come back from that very much.
Aguilar down on his knees near his corner in the final seconds of the 6th round. Back with more action from Chicago, and what action it is.